sort of hear them through the walls of my room. My eyes were shut, but my ears were wide open like elephant ears, trying to hear every word. I couldn't, but they made me very nervous. I couldn't sleep. Today in school I was tired. They are the grown-ups. They shouldn't have stupid fights that keep me awake. And anyway, nothing gets solved. No one feels better after being yelled at or put down. No one is going to cooperate any better just because you yell at them and tell them all the things that they're doing wrong. Even I know that. I should have been able to fall asleep and have sweet dreams. I could teach my mom and dad so much if only they would listen. I don't get it. They waste so much time fighting, and before you know it, everyone's mood is sad or angry and the day is ruined. This is one thing I'm really promising myself to never do. My dad says, "Don't make a mountain out of a molehill." Well, even though he forgets his own words, I'm going to remember them. I was so shocked. My heart was pounding and I just stood hidden at the top of the stairs. Dad hadn't said a thing. Then Mom said, "Shh, Ma. We haven't said a word to the kids yet. For Tommy it's an easy move, but not for a girl turning 12. Quiet, here she comes." I was in shock, but I couldn't admit I had heard them. I had to pretend that everything was just the same as it was a couple minutes ago. But it wasn't! My life might be changing forever, and no one even bothered to tell me. When I got downstairs, Grandmother said, "That's a lovely locket. Isn't it nice in the shape of a heart? Oh, and how sweet it opens. What a beautiful picture of you. I wonder who you'll put in on the other side. Maybe your brother. Wear it in good health." And then she slipped me a $5 bill. Just a little something extra. Then Mom asked, "Who wants more ice cream?" I could have screamed. My life was ruined. No one my age wants to move. I finally have a best friend, Angela, I trust, and I'm in love with Paul, and all Grandma could think about was whether I might put my kid brother's picture in my locket. Who would do that? If I could have my way, I would put a picture of Paul on the other side. But that's impossible. He probably doesn't even know I'm in love with him. The biggest trip I ever had so far was when we went to Florida this summer in a big plane to the town where my Aunt Nellie lives. My brother was home with my grandmother, so I had my parents to myself. We went to the state fair and my parents let me go up in a tiny plane by myself. Well, the pilot was there too. There wasn't even a roof on the plane. I was just sitting there behind the pilot with the wind pushing my hair. The pilot was so handsome. I almost felt the same about him as I used to about Paul. My heart was pounding, and I liked when he turned around to me because I could watch his lips. But I got scared when the plane went really high, so the pilot said I could hold his hand if I was scared. So guess what? While we were swooping over the houses and over the orange groves, I held his hand. It felt so reassuring, and I felt so much like Nancy Drew at the time. I wonder if he thought I looked older, maybe 16. My parents down below looked tiny, tiny, tiny. When we came back and landed, they were waving and throwing kisses, and my mom looked like she was crying. When I came down to earth again, it was one of those really special moments when my mom and dad and I were all so happy together. They were happy I was alive and hadn't crashed, and I was happy I had gotten to hold the pilot's hand and feel like I was 16. It was a perfect day, and that's the truth. I started to feel sad when she asked me about Paul. What could I say? I haven't even seen him since school's ended. The truth is, I'm not so sure I care the same way about Paul. When we did dance at the school dance, I couldn't even talk to him as I was so much taller. I was just looking at the gym wall the whole time. I'm kind of fed up, but I still felt a little tingling in my body being near him. I don't think I feel quite so much in love. I don't think I'll put his picture in my locket now.